Okay, thank you everyone for being here. We did short check-ins of what we're going to focus on today. So we're just going to start. If you have a cushion to sit on, fabulous. If you don't have a pillow, no worries. The pillow is nice because it elevates your hips up. Yeah, and firm pillows great, blocks great, or sitting on the floor is wonderful too. Okay, so I want to start just by making some space all through our side waist so we can nourish and tone our organs. And I really want to access the spine this morning. So we talked a little bit about emotional support, and our spine is that inner strength that we can tap into at any moment. So go ahead, and if you can move the tissue, move the skin, move the muscle, so that we can get on the inside edge of your front sit bones. And that's going to help us access the spine and access that strength. Okay, good. Beautiful. And some of us were struggling a bit with lower back pain. So again, really moving the skin and the tissue to get on those sit bones. We're going to start to support that lower back. So now go ahead and take all that space that you made and lift it, reach it, extend it up. Go ahead and reach those arms up as well. Good. And then reach through your fingertips, reach through your pinky fingers, your ring finger, your middle finger, your pointer, your thumbs. And take a nice deep inhalation. Go ahead and soften the face. Inhaling to the top of your breath, to the top of your head. And exhale those arms down towards your sides. But try and keep that same length that you just developed. Good. Keep reaching out the top center of your head. And then go ahead and roll the tops of your shoulders down your back. Perfect. And let's lift this armpit chest. Yep. So go ahead and use your thumbs, your fingers, hook your thumbs underneath your armpit. Lift the armpit up towards the ceiling. Yeah. And then roll the top shoulders down the back. So front chest is lifting, back body is descending, front chest is lifting. Good. Exhale, try and keep that, palms up. And then really breathe into this area. This is where so much sadness or depression can hide. So go ahead and fill this area, give it life, fill it up, and keep broadening wide across the chest. So spread wide, spread those collarbones wide. And keep relaxing those shoulders away from your ears. Yeah, top shoulders rolling towards the floor. And then chase that action with your glute muscles. Let your glute muscles draw down through the floor as well. So let's connect all those actions. Front body is lifting up towards the ceiling. Top shoulders are rolling down the back. And your glute muscles are chasing towards the floor. And you can activate and tone those hips and those glutes. Good. Just feel that strength that you're developing in your spine. And then lift from that center heart upwards and forwards at a 60-degree angle. So you're finding that length, that strength, that extension. The heart is lifting upwards and forwards. And I'm feeling a lot of toning all through my mid back behind my heart. Beautiful. Okay, final piece. And just add as many of the pieces together as you can. So that heart is lifting upwards and forwards. And now our front rib cage, you can go ahead and feel it. That front rib cage, the lowest ribs, those are reaching back behind you. And it's gonna give you the sensation that the heart is closing a little bit. So it's like two equal opposing actions. We're gonna lift the heart upwards and forwards. And we're gonna take those front ribs back behind us. Yeah. And we're gonna lift the heart upwards and forwards and take those front ribs back. And so it's a dance between those two movements. You're finding that balance between the two. And now we're starting to open the back heart. Can you feel that? Good. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so that's a lot of toning happening. And you might start to get a little fatigued in your shoulders, a little fatigued in your spine. But let's keep going with this action. And this is something that you can practice at any moment in your day. So heart lifting, ribs reaching back behind you. And go ahead and extend and reach out the top of your head, making more space. Yes. And palms are facing up, reach through all 10 fingers, spread them wide. Reach through your fingertips like you're so grateful for every single finger. Yeah, with that much attention, that much love. Good. And smooth, soft breathing, because I know we're working hard. We're focusing on so many different actions at once. So go ahead and inhale, soften your face. Pause at the top of your breath. Exhale out your nose. And just focus on a smooth, soft inhalation and a smooth, soft exhalation. And try and get your inhale equal to your exhale. So maybe it's a 5-count inhale and a 5-count exhale. Wherever you're deepening that breath, but not becoming short of breath. Find that right length for you. And as we're focusing on those smooth inhalation and exhalations, go ahead and continue to lengthen the spine. Reaching towards the ceiling. And those glutes are strong, those glutes are activated. They're driving down towards the floor. Heart is lifting upwards and forwards. Ribs are reaching back behind you. And that starts to activate the core, and even like the navel center area. But we want to balance that strength, that toning, with that softening of our face and that softening of our breath. So take a few more moments here and see if you can really find that balance of that internal strength, that inner warrior, and that softness. That letting go. It's a hard balance, isn't it? Yeah. Beautiful. And then remembering everything you've learned so far, go ahead and reach your arms forward, reach through your fingertips. Good. Soft face, soft skin, strong spine. And see if we can get those wrists straight as much as possible. Yeah. Yeah, so usually so many of us have a tendency to bend in one way or another. See if we can align the fingertips, the wrists, the elbows, and the shoulders. And then reach from the outside edges of your arms, of your shoulders, towards the fingertips. Good. And the reason that we're holding this one is so that we can start to get into our shoulders, into our neck, into those areas that we hold tension. So go ahead and start to activate the muscle to the bone. So activating through the arms. Imagine and engage the muscle to the bone. And it's a different kind of action. Again, it's one of those very strong actions. And you can find it by reaching through your fingertips. And again, we're engaging the muscle to the bone, but we're also learning how to soften the face, soften the breath, soften the throat. And smooth, deep inhalation into your back lung. Breathe into the back of your heart. Make space in your back lung. Good. One more deep inhalation. Inhale. Pause at the top of your breath. Exhale. Pause at the bottom of your breath. Normal breathing. Good job. Okay, I know we're burning. I know we're working hard. Oh, yes. Okay, so now we're warm in those shoulders, right? Good. Okay, we're gonna keep working on those shoulders. Go ahead and draw your right arm on top of your left arm. And then bend at the elbows. And then if you can cross the wrists. Yeah. And again, we can work wherever we're at. But yeah, it's just in the action of working towards it. We're still getting amazing work in our neck and our shoulders, even if we can't get to the final position. Great. Okay. And then if those wrists are down, try and bring them straight up. No, not happening. Okay. Go ahead and reach those elbows away from you. Good. Okay. And we start to get into the back rib cage, working through those elbows. So extend the elbows away from your face. And again, if you can reach through those fingers tips like you mean it. Grateful for all 10 fingers. Good. And then softening the face, softening the throat, softening the belly. And again, this is a lot of toning up and through the shoulders and through the neck and behind the heart, the thoracic spine. And it's neat because when we're working with the spine, every single vertebra actually pertains to a different organ in the body. So by bringing that circulation to your spine, to those different muscles and tissues, we're also bringing circulation to those different organs. Okay, burning yet? Yeah, it's definitely burning for me too. Inhale, reach to the top of your head. Extend out the top of your head, make a little bit more space in your neck. Give yourself that spaciousness. You deserve that space, you deserve that length. Inhale that space, find that length through your whole spine. And exhale, come on out. Ooh, okay. Good. Left arm on top. Yep. Opposite arm. Good. And it's going to be different from side to side. Beautiful. And then crossing if you can. Okay. So again, we're getting into the scapula. Those ribs, sometimes those ribs go out for people. But underneath the scapula area, that's like always where you wish the massage therapist could get to. This is one of the ways to start getting there. Like the best release. Okay, so reach your elbows away from your face. Yes, the shoulders are burning. Go ahead and release the shoulders away from your ears towards the floor. And shoulders. Shoulders is where we oftentimes hold a lot of anger. So sometimes after doing a lot of shoulder work, sometimes we need to go on a bit of a walk, a brisk walk, just move it through. So if you're feeling frustrated in this pose, that's totally normal. We want it to release. Okay, inhaling to the top of your breath, reaching through those fingertips, reaching them up to the ceiling. And soften the face, soften the throat, soften the belly. Inhale to the top of your breath and pause. Exhale to the bottom of your breath and pause. Inhale. Big inhale. Bring as much breath in as you can. Exhale. Release. Come on out. Ooh, and the tendency here is going to be to want to shake it out, but don't shake it out because you just did so much work. You just did surgery on your shoulders and your spine and your arms. And so Karen, with the wrists, when we get that tingling, so much of it comes from shoulders. So we just got to keep getting in there, keep working in there. It's work that we all got to do. It's work I got to do as well. So good job. Okay, we feeling warm? Okay. Now if you are on a pillow, you can come off your pillow. And if you did find a strap before class or a belt or a scarf or anything, jump rope, that can be very helpful right now. Great. Okay. So left leg forward. And we're just gonna bring the bottom of your foot onto the inside of your left leg. Yeah, perfect. Yes, that works. That's great. Okay, and we're gonna grab our straps. And we're gonna reach that strap around the bottom of our foot. And if you can align it with the mound of the big toe, that's great. Okay, so this can be a lot just right here. So go ahead and align your toes, your ankle, your knee, your hip, and then see if you can align your belly button with that straight leg, with that knee. So, and I like to wrap the strap around my hands, whatever works for you. But we're going to use this strap, this resistance, to create more length in our spine. So go ahead and inhale. Again, take that space. We're looking for more space in every single vertebra. Again, you can work to engage the muscle to the bone by activating the arms. And we have the heel, the knee. You can feel that left sit bone, right? That left leg is straight. And then roll and twist your belly button to line up with that straight leg. And now just see if you can make a little bit more space in your side waist, getting longer, taller. It's amazing how alive we become when we find that space in our spine. right? We start to get that blood flow, that circulation to all the organs and to our brain. Good, and then your face is parallel with the wall in front of you, softening the face again. Good. And then we're still getting that lift from our heart. So all that work we did this morning, lift upwards and forwards in your chest and your heart. Roll your top shoulders down behind you. Yes, making more space in the neck. And then again, the face is parallel, so chin isn't up or down. Neutral. Okay, and spread your toes wide. So we're pressing through the mound of the big toe. This is some great knee and ankle and hip work as well. So again, spread through all 5 of your toes on your left foot, really honoring each toe. Extend through those toes like your life depends on it. And keeping your heel on the ground, go ahead and draw the top center of your thigh down to the floor. As if you were to bust through the floor, break through the floor with your thigh. Good. So we're getting that natural twist in our belly. We're getting that length. Shoulders are rolling down and back. Face is soft. Skin is soft. Yet muscles are charged. Good. Exhale, come on out. That was some good toning along the spine as well. And switch legs. Good. Put that strap right around the mound of your big toe. Heel on the floor. It might be a little bit different on this side. And that left foot is pulled in as close to the groin as possible. Good. Okay, so we're gonna press through the right mound of your big toe, the wall of the big toe. And then we're gonna spread through all 5 toes. Try and get more length in those toes. And again, we want to keep that right heel grounded on the floor. And align that ankle, knee, and hip. And rotate and twist your belly button towards that right straight leg. Good. Okay, so I like to get an external rotation of the arms, because that's going to start to open our heart and work on those shoulders. Yeah. And I like to do arms straight, because when they're bent, we're working so hard with the muscles. But when those arms are straight, we can extend through them. Keeping that right heel on the ground, go ahead and draw the right thigh through the floor. As if you're busting through the floor. Find your 2 sit bones and extend long and tall. Reach out the top center of your head. Twist your belly button to the right. Soften the face. And we're just looking for more length, more extension in the spine. And you'll start to feel toning through the entire spine, maybe in areas that you've never felt before or used before. But ground those 2 sit bones and then lengthen the spine long. Smooth breathing. And again, we're finding that balance between that strong spine, which is active, and the softening of our face, the softening of our skin, the softening of our breath. Lift that heart upwards and forwards, shoulders rolling down the back. Smooth breathing. And again, we hold these long timings because we have to get to a certain point where our dominant muscles, our dominant habit patterns, where those get fatigued so that new muscles can start to activate and strengthen. So we can break those patterns and build new ones. And it really does take those long timings for the body to shift those habits. Smooth breathing, heart lifting. If you're feeling that aching, grueling pain anywhere, that's a good thing. That's you shifting those patterns. And then exhale, come on out. Ooh. Okay, so we worked in all through the lower spine, all through the kidneys, the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands impact our nervous system. They impact our emotional regulation, our stress, and then all through the spine. Okay. Go ahead and draw that leg in. And so we're going into just Baddha Konasana, where the bottoms of your soles of your feet are together. Okay, good. Okay, so to really get to the spine, to get balance in the spine, especially if anyone has a little bit of scoliosis or difference in your muscles, the way we address that is through the sit bones. So I move the tissue, the skin. I actually can go into the pants because it's so hard to move it otherwise. And get onto the inside front edge of your two sit bones. Because for most of us, pretty much all of us, pretend that these are my sit bones. And most of us, we have one sit bone that's tucked in, one sit bone that's tucked out, one that's tucked in, one that's forward, one that's back. And that is what impacts the musculature of the spine. So that's why we work so hard to get on the front edge and the inside edge of those sit bones. Okay, and this one is so good for supporting your organs and reproductive organs. And those heels are just drawing inwards towards the body as much as possible. And again, we find our center by finding those two sit bones. And then everything stacks from those sit bones. So go ahead and see if you can go inward, use your imagination. Feel your two sit bones, sense your two sit bones. Imagine that you're an artist painting with a paintbrush. And then from there, from the two sit bones, you find your lower spine. You stack that, followed by the next vertebra, all the way up, out the top center of your head. And again, everything comes from the foundation. If we are building a home and the foundation is lopsided, the house will be lopsided, right? The foundation is everything. So right now the foundation is our two sit bones. So working to get that foundation balanced, to get that foundation strong. For some of us, you start to really develop that sensitivity over time where you can start to feel, wow, I have 20% more weight on my right sit bone than my left sit bone, right? Hey, good morning, AD. Thanks for joining. Okay, so we got the bottom of our feet together and we're just getting into the pelvis. We're getting into the two sit bones. Okay, so see if you notice any difference for you. For me, I do. I notice I have more weight on my right sit bone. So I'm gonna lean a little bit over to the left. And now all of a sudden, new muscles are firing in my spine. And if you're not sure, if you're like, it feels pretty even, go ahead and play. Put a little bit of lean over to the left side. Does that feel normal? Does that feel super strange? And then put a little bit of a lean over to the right side. And how's that feel? One side feels really normal to me. One side feels really strange to me. So I'm gonna work on the side that feels strange because that's the side I need to develop. And then if it feels pretty even for you, then just keep working from that center. Any feedback on this? What are you guys noticing?
For me, I'm feeling it right here.
Like all across your sacrum? Yeah, okay, great. Karen, what do you notice with the two sit bones? Oh, sorry to make you get up.
Fine. I am finding that one side is feeling kind of off kilter.
Yeah,
The left side
yeah.
feels different.
Okay, good. That's a really good awareness. And first, we have to tune into that before we can start making these big differences. So since that left side feels weird for you to lean over, lean that direction. And again, everybody just play, experiment. But that's the same side for me too, Karen. And then I can start to feel all the muscles activating all the way up through my spine in a different way. Good. And so that's getting into those subtleties. And now come back to center. And again, we're actively rolling onto the front of our sit bones, actively rolling onto the inside edges of our sit bones. And now the spine starts to strengthen and activate all the way up, right? Really, let me find that. Whereas when I'm on my back sit bones and the outside edge of my sit bones, I can't find my spine. It's not strong. And when I'm on that front, the spine starts to develop. So I really want us to play with that and find that. And it's not easy to get on those front sit bones. It actually takes so much work, especially if we're really athletic. It took me so long to find those front sit bones. So then go ahead and take that length and lift from the heart. So we're lifting upwards and forwards and through with that heart. And we're using our hands and our arms to help us get that lift. And I love this one so much because we're working deep into the pelvis, right? We're doing a big pelvis dissection, but we can, because of that, we can start to access the spine, especially in the areas that we don't normally. So really developing that. And then again, that starts to translate into our organs. So keep rolling on those front edges, lifting the heart, reaching out the top center of the head. At this point, because we've been holding it for a while, you might just start to get some percolation. Yeah, some shaking. That's good. That's really good. We're working through the nervous system. And I'm starting to get some aching, grueling pain just on the right side of my spine because that's where I need to work. Right, so it'll go to where it needs to for you. And then just see if you can get a little bit more length in that spine. And then we're softening the belly, softening the face. And go ahead and activate the pressure between your feet. So press your feet towards each other. And that starts to tone in through the hips. So go ahead and activate those glutes, those hips. So we have that strong foundation. Inhale through the top of your breath. Exhale, release all the air. Keep that pressure of your feet. Keep that length and strength of your spine. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Good. And so to come out of this one, we want to come out slow because we went really deep. So we're going to use our hands to draw our knees together. So imagine that you can't use your legs. So you're using your hands to draw those legs straight. Good. Ooh, just straighten those legs. And just let that blood flow and circulation get just flushing through the legs. Yeah. Okay, good. Wiggle those toes. Now we're going to slowly make our way to standing. And let's see if you guys can grab your chair at this point. Coach, I don't know if you're able to find a chair where you are. Okay, sweet. Perfect. Yeah, that's awesome, AD. You can totally do this at the wall. Okay, you guys, so if you have your chair, we're gonna face the back of the chair away from you. So the chair is sideways. And then if you're doing this at the wall, you can actually sit at the wall, AD facing forward, and then we're gonna use the wall to twist. So it'll be a similar thing. Let me just show you some sitting. And then using the wall to twist. Okay, sweet. Okay, and then if you have your chair, then you're gonna get your ankles, hips width apart, which is essentially 2 fists together. And again, we're gonna get on those inside edges of our sit bones. So roll the tissue, the muscle, move it away. So we can get on the spine. And then go ahead and make length. So before we twist, we want to make as much length as possible. Good. So arms are extended upwards. And we're drawing our navel gently towards the spine. Yeah. Inhale, get taller. Make more space, there's more potential. Really extending, really expanding that length. And then softening through the face. Inhale up. And exhale, twist towards the back of your chair or twist towards the wall. Yeah, perfect. And so your belly button is twisting towards the back of your chair or towards that wall. And that twist really starts at the base of the spine. So twist from the lowest portion of your spine. And then twist the belly button. And twist through the ribs. Up through the heart. And the head is the very last thing to turn. And if you're at a chair, you can pull with that front arm, push with that back arm to get your twist deeper. And so you're softening and through your skin and through your face, but you're inhaling and extending, lengthening, exhaling and twisting deeper. Good. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, twist deeper. And roll those top shoulders down your back. Yeah, perfect. And then exhale, come on out. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna flip our chair the other direction, or you can just flip to the other side of your chair. I'm gonna flip so I can face you. And then for you, AD, you'll still be facing towards the wall. And then just twisting in the opposite direction. Awesome, guys. Okay, so roll your groins. Roll the outside edge of your hip towards the inside groin. Move the skin, the tissue, get on the inside edges of your sit bones so we can access the spine. Good. Inhale your arms up. Nice and tall, reach up towards the ceiling. Again, reach through all 10 of those fingertips. So grateful for all 10 fingers. Inhale. Lengthen, reach. Really activate your hands like you've never used them in your life. Reach through every single finger. And when you feel like you can't get any taller, any longer, find any more space in your side waist, any more length in your arms, then exhale and twist towards the back of the chair or towards the wall. Good. And then we're going to start that twist from the base of the spine. So as low in your spine as you can go. Find that twist. And then a little bit higher up and across your navel. And then twisting through the rib cage. Twisting behind your heart. And you can pull with that front arm, push with that back arm to help you twist deeper. And then the head is the very last thing to turn. So inhale, get a little bit taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, get taller, find more space. Breathe into your back lungs. Exhale, twist. And come on out. Okay, nice work, you guys. We can move those chairs out the way. Yeah, job, you guys. All right, so we're just gonna integrate everything we learned today. So find a space on the floor that's comfortable, have a mat. But as you guys start to get deeper and deeper into that twist, maybe finding new flexibility in the spine in different areas.
Oh, yes, I definitely did.
Okay, great. I love that one too for really stubborn muscles. Sometimes we hold a lot of tension on one side or one area, and those twists are an amazing way to disrupt that pattern. And when we get into those twists, we start to release those really stubborn muscles. Okay, great. So this one is our relaxation. So we're just going to come to our back. So laying flat, palms can be facing up. You can have a blanket if you want. You can have something under your knees if you want. Good. And we've been working all class to find different areas, find new awareness, to really tone and strengthen the spine, get into those shoulders, get into those arms. So this is where you just get to let go. You get to appreciate all the hard work you just did. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit of fatigue from that. That will help you to relax, to surrender a little bit deeper. So go ahead and start with that appreciation for our bodies. They do so much for us on a daily basis. Our bodies are miracles, they really are. And with that appreciation, begin to soften through the face, soften through the throat. Go ahead and release any tension that might be in the shoulders, any grip that might be in the shoulders. Soften the belly. And then go ahead and feel held and supported by the ground beneath you. And feel your feet touching the floor, your heels, your elbows, your shoulders, the back of the head, your glutes. And just allow yourself to relax into that floor deeper. Imagine you're like a stick of butter melting in the sun. And just allowing that softness to come to your face, to your body. And allow yourself to feel really held and supported. And take a nice deep inhalation. Inhale to the top of your head. Exhale all the way out through your feet. And wiggle those toes and those fingers. Use that breath to really come fully back to this present moment, into this room. And then you can roll over to your right side. And press downwards to come upwards. Yay. So I'd love to do some check-ins. How are you guys feeling in your nervous system after that relaxation? And what were some of your takeaways or things that you noticed for yourself?
Well, I almost went to sleep.
Yeah.
Very, very relaxing. Very, very relaxing.
That's good. Karen, have you noticed since you've been practicing for so long, is it easier for you to get into the nervous system or that relaxation?
Yes, it definitely is easier. A little easier. I still have a long way to go, but yes, it is a little easier.
Uh,
And I'm finding again, I talked to you about this before. This really is getting into my entire body, my mind, body, and spirit. You know how you'll be doing something and somebody will kind of sneak up behind you and you jump like this? I don't do that anymore. I am just so calm now. And they did it on purpose, mind you, okay? But
Right.
it doesn't bother me anymore. So I mean, and I love that because I'm not jumpy like I used to be. I mean, it's just amazing how in what I think February I started, and that's a short time, I feel that it's really changed me from the top all the way down to the bottom. And I thank you so much for
Mm,
everything.
yeah, Karen, that's a huge celebration. Anybody, it's huge. Anybody get
Thank
that?
you.
You know, so that's a real sign that you're strengthening that nervous system, you're supporting those adrenal glands. And it is, I agree with you. It's an amazing feeling when you can get to that center. So that's big work. That's you. That's big work. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Any other takeaways from today? And it can be things that were hard, new awarenesses,
For
different.
me,
Yeah, go for it.
is that whole, like even just doing this whole thing, and then my brain was like talking and saying, why can't you do it? Like, you see, you have a short. And then I could shift myself to say, I'm doing the move. It's not what, how do I say it? I'm doing I'm doing a move. May not be the move, but it's a move. And therefore, I'm still reaping what I'm supposed to reap.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I found I was dialoguing through that course of time. And then my body, when we were doing those other poses earlier, was talking back at me like, okay, we're fine. When you said there's little muscles that you have, those little muscles were like minions. They were like, okay, work over here. I was feeling. So I was really fired. I was feeling the fired up. Yeah.
Yeah. I love
Not
that.
alone, Paulina, not alone.
Yeah. Yeah. I love finding new muscles, especially ones that I haven't found in a long time. I'm like, oh my God, where have you been? Yeah, there's so many poses I cannot get to the final position of, but it's in the action of trying it that we are doing the work. So good job. Yes. Awesome. And thanks always for joining us and supporting Jennifer. Julie, do you have any takeaways that you want to share?
I have some back issues where I get pain injections, and in the center of my back, they found a growth on my spine. So I was already in pain, and it's like, I felt it. So it's like, maybe this is strengthening it and moving it. But I was real aware that something's going on in my back.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's an aching, grueling pain through the whole spine, right? Did everybody feel that? I definitely did. So it's good when we're getting into that toning and we're getting that circulation, we're moving any stagnation throughout the spine. So good job. Good work on that. And thanks for joining us, AD. How was it for you hopping in there?
Oh, it was amazing. Always amazing. I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm in love with Rita. Like, what? I'll take notes every time with just the way she does her classes. It's just, I love it so much. Your cueing is awesome. Um, one thing I noticed with my body, oh my God, how do y'all ladies get your your knees so low? Even in that position, Karen, I'm like, my knees are way up here when I'm doing my butterfly. So I was trying to work on that today. That's what I was paying attention to. Yeah.
Love that, AD. And like I feel you, like I was an athlete my whole life, so my knees would be up here. It's like very recent that I can get them lower. But for you to build up yourself up a throne, like I swear I used to have 3 of these. Because the goal is to get the knees below the hips.
All right.
Can't really do that unless we lift ourselves up. Like I literally had a throne. So try that sometime, like even from your couch.
Okay.
Because it's gonna give that release and opening in the pelvis, because when the knees are above, it's just gonna be gripped. There's nothing we can do about it, so give yourself some props, sometime when you're practicing at home. And try that.
Okay. Thank you, Rita. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. Yay, awesome. Well, I just want to congratulate you all for being here, for showing up for yourselves, and apply one thing that you learned today. It can be one movement, one action. Apply it to your week, to your weekend, to your classes. And then let me know next week some feedback of doing that. And then we'll see you guys tomorrow. So thanks again.
Coach Rita, good to see you, Paulina and Coach AD and Jennifer and Julie. Y'all have a
Good
blessed
morning.
day.
Have a blessed Friday. Have a good weekend. If I see you tomorrow.
Yes.
You
I
too
love
now.
it.
I'm tomorrow. I've never done Saturday.
Saturday is
Fun.
so fun.
What time?
Oh, I think
So it's 9 Mountain. Yeah.
8 a.m. East or
Yeah.
Pacific. So it should be 11, I think, your time, Julie.
11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Okay. Enjoy your day. God bless. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good one.
You
Have a good
too.
Friday.
Bye, Jennifer. Bye.